Okay, great day, everyone. This is Eden here, and today I'm really excited to share with you a very special guest who I consider to be a mentor of mine. Her name is Dallas Gordon. She is the e-com cash queen, and if you aren't following her yet, then I don't know what you are doing. You need to follow her on all her pages. I'll link everything below. If you're watching on Facebook, it'll be in the first comment under this video. If you're watching on YouTube, it'll be in the description box. And obviously, if you came here from email, there'll be information there as well. But today, I just want to briefly, before we go into our conversation about chatbots and why they are a big deal and why you as a beauty business entrepreneur need to know about chatbots, need to be utilizing chatbots, or at least have a plan to start implementing them at some point this year. I just want to tell you briefly how I met Dallas. Somehow I got into one of her free Facebook groups, and she is just so magnetizing and mesmerizing and motivating. Like every time after I listen to Dallas, I feel like I have to get up and do something, right? And she's also really, really good at continually being in front of people, not in an obnoxious way, but just continually being visible and being very clear and articulate and focused in her message. And one of the ways she's been able to do that is with chatbots. And that's one of the ways that I actually ended up in her membership program. It's called the Freedom Triber Hub. Well, it's not called the Freedom Triber Hub. I forgot the exact name for it, but Dallas will school us. And in it, I've learned so much. And today she was kind enough to come and give you this presentation for the people in the Freedom Through Beauty program. And for those of you on my list who just want to join the chatbot workshop. But I'd like Dallas to introduce herself and say a little bit about who she is and what she does and how she serves. Welcome, Dallas.
Thanks, Eden. Well, first of all, I appreciate you so much for having me here, and I appreciate all of your support. You are a rock star, and you know that you have all of my support. So, guys, thank you so much for having me. And Eden did a beautiful job introducing me. My name is Dallas Gordon, and I'm hailed as the e-com cash queen. And just to tell you a little bit about me, I'm a business coach specializing in e-commerce and helping on what teaching entrepreneurs how to monetize in the digital space. So if you're lacking traffic, if you're not able to convert sales, or even if you lack a little bit of boldness, in the online space, I am that coach to get you there, to coach you to that place. I'm also a marketing strategist where I focus on developing marketing strategies for entrepreneurs and corporate businesses to help lead them into increasing awareness online, because it's nothing more disappointing than having your business in the online space and no one knows who you are, no one knows your name, nothing more disappointing than that. So my job is to come in and build strategies so that you can get in front of more people, similar to what Eden said. So I'm really, really excited to be here with you guys, and I'm here to just give it all up today. Whatever you need, let me know.
Awesome. That's a perfect introduction.
Thank you.
So today we are, like I said, going to be talking about chatbots. Okay. And an upcoming workshop we'll be doing that's a little bit more in depth. But today we wanted to give you guys at least an understanding of what chatbots are and why they are important. Why should you care about chatbots? So Dallas, could you just go into a little bit of what a chatbot is for those who are wondering what in the world is a chatbot?
Sure. So as you guys are building your business online, specifically your Facebook business page or fan page, whatever you want to call it, as you're building that page and you're starting to get engagement on that page, you're starting to get eyes on that page, more traffic, and people are asking you questions, people aren't sure where to go, and you're not 100% sure how you can stand out in such a noisy space. Like Facebook is very noisy. where there are lots of businesses and loads of entrepreneurs promoting their stuff. So how can you stand out and how can you automate the process? So one of the keys as an entrepreneur to create that freedom lifestyle and to actually scale your business is automation. So the beautiful thing about chatbots is chatbots allows you to strengthen the relationship and the communication between you and your clients and you and your potential clients by allowing you to automate the conversation. Now, how great is that? So, right. So with all the people that are coming to my fan page now, they're coming to my business page from my blog. They're coming in from YouTube. They're coming in from ads. They're coming in from Google traffic. They're coming from all over the place, and they're looking to grow their businesses, and they're asking questions. And I'm only one person, and I do have a team, but they can't handle it all. So as these questions are coming in, my chatbot is automatically responding to them and sending them to different places and meeting their needs. So basically that's called automation. So your chatbot is a way to automatically communicate with your clients or potential clients without you actually having to physically be there. So it's very powerful.
Wow. That's amazing. I really like that that explanation of what a chatbot is. And most of us that are on Facebook have experienced a chatbot. And, there's just something about the way a chatbot comes into your awareness that feels different and less intrusive and less work than an email. So can you talk about what the difference between a chatbot and email is in terms of being able to communicate with people who've opted in to hear from you more?
Sure. I mean, one thing that is actually new to me that I actually didn't know is that chatbots actually have a much higher conversion rate than emails do. People actually take action more when they get that chatbot message than they do with emails. Now, I'm not throwing shade on email marketing because it is also a great way to scale your business, and definitely don't turn your back on that. But the new generation marketing, and it's important for us to move with the trends, is the chatbot marketing because it's something personal about Facebook in general. So people go to Facebook not necessarily to do business, but people go there to have that personal connection, with their friends, family, and businesses as well, and some of us business owners. So a chatbot is a more personal way to get that conversation going because people really do value conversation, and conversation actually is lacking today. In a lot of businesses, we don't have those open lines of communication between us and our customers. So when they can receive a message for you in the DM, not formal like an email would be, but just a simple message from you, just as if they were receiving a simple message from a friend, and they actually opted in. And people do opt into emails, but I think that a lot of times it's less straightforward. So, Eden, if you see that I have something for free and I'm saying that I'm going to give you this free print on demand guide, right, and you realize that you have to put your email in to receive it. But the reason that you put your email in was to get my guide, not necessarily to get the conversation started with me. But with a chatbot, guys, someone is actually opting in to say, I really want updates from you. I want to hear from you. And the trick is, which I find really, really crazy, but it's probably because I'm on the other side of it. Most of the people that I send out these automated chatbot messages to are so responsive. Mm-hmm. They are conversating with me. They feel obligated to respond to my every automated message. But guys, they don't realize it's a chatbot. They really think that you're taking time out of your day to communicate directly with them. And that's it really shocks me, Eden. I mean,
I'm kind of surprised by that,
Yes, I'm like, did they realize that this is automated? No, people really don't. They don't understand. They think that you really took time out of your day to send this message to them through Facebook. And so such a high rate of my people actually say, I might say, did you catch my live video earlier? Click below to watch a replay. And they actually say, oh, Coach D, I didn't see it, but thanks for sending it to me. I'm getting
That's
all these
awesome.
messages back. And I'm like, really? And my husband's like, don't be like that. Because these people don't realize, these people know nothing about chatbots. They
Yeah.
think you're talking to them. So, if you really look at that, that's actually a positive thing, because people aren't doing that with emails as much because they're getting bombarded by so many emails that they know that it's automated.
Well,
So it's more of a personal touch.
I love that you said that, because it also brings it on home to me. Like, one of the things that's so appealing about you as a coach is just how for real and yourself you are, in that you're able to use copy that is relatable in your chatbot. The wordage that you're using allows people, you're not coming like some, academic professor, no shade to
Right.
academics, but, you come in like a friend and you're like, hey, I did this, go check it out. And a lot of times people feel like in email they need to really sort of be stiff and formal and genuflect to the northern winds and make sure that they cross every T. Whereas in
Right.
a chatbot, they feel you're more likely to do it because you can just be yourself, the way you text your mom or your friend, or
Right.
and so that element of relatability is something you do really well. But it's also a great way of reminding people, because I'm subscribed to your email list, but honestly, I get so many emails, not from you necessarily, right? But, just from the world in general, that
Yes.
I don't necessarily open every single one of your emails. I open every single one of your chatbots.
Yeah, see?
Every
That's what
single
I'm
one.
saying. I mean,
And this is how I ended up in your hub. And it doesn't feel like a drag, even if it's something I already know about, even if it's something I already went to, I'm like, oh, okay, I already went to that. Oh, there's a replay. And it also, because of the algorithm, I don't, your things, even though I'm active in your groups,
you
your
don't see
I
everything.
don't see everything in my
Right.
feed because Facebook is doing their thing. But with your chatbot, I'm able to see everything that's happening in the group, because you remind me of the things that are important that are happening in the group that I need to take note of. So I never
Right.
miss anything that's important. And I'm sure that I'm just one out of, hundreds of people who's having that same response.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, that is the power of a chatbot. The conversion rate, the conversion rate that Dallas mentioned is in the 80s to 90%, something like that. Really crazy high. Email, a good conversion rate is considered what? Like,
It's low.
it's low. Like
Yeah,
30% is
what,
like,
3 to 5%? Like it's very, very low. Yeah.
it's very low. Like
Mhm.
below 10% is kind of normal for most people, and 30% is like, would be wild. If you got a 30% email conversion rate, then you're like just on fire. But
Yes.
email is nice because you'll always own the list, whereas with other things, they can disappear. But it's really important, because even just learning how to do the chatbots, if chatbots for some reason go away, there's going to be a next iteration of something like that. And you will have built your foundation and cut your teeth on something that's at least relatively accessible and easy and free and all of those things.
Right.
Um,
Right.
so, I think that's really cool. You've talked about different ways you can use it. Can you talk about a little bit, just a touch, of how you can use chatbots in e-commerce specifically? And then we'll go into sharing a little bit of the special workshop that you have cooked up for my audience.
Okay. Yes, there's so many ways that you can do it with e-commerce. I know that many of you are beauty brands, and no matter what you sell, whether it's jewelry, beauty products, healthcare products, whatever it is that you sell, you can definitely integrate a chatbot into your marketing. And just to kind of give you a few things, when you have sales and coupon codes, you can automate a message out to your customers to let them know, like I know today, the day of this interview, is actually Valentine's Day, which would be the perfect day to automate a message out to your customers to say, hey, click here, and you can make it so easy for them to redeem the coupon. You can create a link that automatically applies the coupon to their purchase. I know for those of you who have Shopify, that's something you can do. You can put a picture of the product, you know, or even give them like your latest arrivals. You can get very, very, very creative, because what you're doing is you're not bombarding your customer. You're making life more convenient for them by offering them something that they already have said that they wanted and needed.
Yeah.
So a lot of us, we look at, you know, using these tools as if I don't want to inconvenience people. I don't want to, you know, just be all up in people's inbox. I don't want to bug them. Really? You don't want to bug them? Because if you look at Macy's and you look at Walmart, you look at all these other mega corporations, what has made them a mega corporation? By bugging you.
Yeah.
By staying in front of you all the time. There is not a day that goes by that you're not seeing a commercial from them. There's not a day that goes by that they're not integrating themselves into your everyday life in some way, even in ways that you don't even take the time to recognize. You're seeing them all the time. So we've got to kind of, as small business owners, change our mindset about being out there in front of our customers and potential clients all the time. Look at it as you have something that they absolutely need. You have something that will make their life better. So you're notifying them of sales, notifying them of your coupons. It's a lot of really cool stuff you can do with chatbots, like where you can even do keywords with chatbots. And I'll be talking about that, a really cool trick during the training, but you can use keywords where you can go out on your business page. You can say something like, do you like this item? Well, guess what, guys? If you do, it's on sale today. Comment yes, you know, in the comments, and you're going to automatically be sent, you know, a free gift as well as the coupon. And when people comment yes, the chatbot automates a message to them. And sometimes I will use, you know, that specific tactic on my live streams. And if you go live to demonstrate how to use your product, which is really a good idea to do that as well. But if you go live and you demonstrate your product, you can say to your audience, I've got a special coupon for everybody who has listened in on this live stream today. All you have to do is comment special below, and you're going to automatically receive this surprise I have for you. And people like it. They will say special, and then they will get an automated message from your bot to their messenger, giving them the code, giving them colorful pictures and buttons right there for them to take action. They don't have to do anything but click a button, and people love that. So those are just a little different, you know, a couple different, you know, examples. Another thing, just one last quick one, is when people visit your page, there's a way to do like a welcome menu that greets them. And I have one on my page. So when you go on my page, once you click around a little bit, a little menu opens up that says, do you want to come in and see what Dallas Gordon is doing inside of her messenger? Where would you like to start? So, you know, you're able to actually give your customer calls to action with what steps you want them to take, so that it makes it so much easier for them to get in the right funnel or wherever you want them to go. The chatbot makes it so much easier for them to take action. So that's just a little sneak peek of what you can do.
That is awesome, because I have a few students who have a family brand, and I also have a family brand. So, you know, if you have a family brand, people might be coming for men's products, but they might be coming for kids' hair products. So being able to have say, hey, is it the kids' hair product thing that you want?
Right.
Is it the, you know, facial products you want? You know, what is it that you want today? You know, so being able to sort of tag people and just have them, you know, be shown the things that you want them to see specifically that will lead to the sale is genius.
Yes, it's awesome. I love them. I don't think I took it seriously at first. When I first started, I was like, oh, you know, I have a chatbot, and never really used it. But when I really started utilizing that in my marketing, utilizing chatbot marketing, even when I run ads, it's so much that you can do with a chatbot, and it makes things so much easier, organized, and it helps you to be so much more clear on the steps and the messaging that you're putting out there, you know, for the people who are looking for what you have. It's just making it easier for them. You know what I mean? They can choose from a menu very, very easily with what, like you said, Eden, what direction they want to go in. it makes it easier for them. It makes it convenient for your customer, and it helps to strengthen that communication between you and your customer as well.
This is so key, and I really appreciate you coming on. I know you're extremely busy, so I'm going to let you go soon. I want to say that this is not something that Dallas read in a magazine and thought sounded really cool. Then she would jump on here and tell you about. This is something that she does. This is why Dallas and I are talking today, because I literally am in her hub, which, if you can do it, you should do it. I talk about it a lot. I've talked about it on YouTube. I'm going to be talking about it more in my emails, but it really is a great motivational hub. But I have seen her do it. I have seen her go from not using the chatbot to using the chatbot. And that is how I became greater honed into her message, not because I didn't want to. It's just that we're constantly bombarded with stuff. I just seeing it. And so if you're feeling like you have, 300 people signed up on your Instagram or on your this or your that, but somehow they're not seeing your message, you can actually create a chat bot that draws them in from your website, from your Facebook page, and continually directs traffic to where you want them to go see your free content or to buy your stuff. It's a great way of connecting with people. And especially for those of you who are introverts, there's so many of you who are introverts, it's really a great tool to be personable. Okay, so we're going to let Coach Dallas go, and then I'm going to talk a little bit about the workshop after this, and there will be a link in, wherever you're watching, whether it be email, Facebook, or YouTube, for you to plug into the workshop. It'll only be $25 at the early bird special, and then once it goes on the website, it'll be $35. So you want to jump in on that early bird special. This is really a steal. People don't offer workshops like this for this price. Mm-hmm. They don't. I've seen courses in the hundreds of dollars for chatbots, and I've seen, like maybe, $99 or $299 things for copy for chatbots. But to get the basic intro that you need to get it done without having to spend 8 hours on Google, because yes, you can get anything for free, but, just to have someone who's actually had success with it, who is a master of e-commerce. This is no joke. Coach D is not struggling. It's just, I don't know why you wouldn't do it. But anyway, thanks for joining us, and I'll see you in a little bit for the blurb about the workshop. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.